Hey, how's it going? This is Chris. I'm going to show you the easiest way to make cold brew coffee. Cold brew coffee is different than iced coffee. Iced coffee is if you just make coffee and you just pour it over ice or put ice inside of it. But cold brew coffee is different. It's actually brewing your coffee by letting the coffee just sit in water. And all the ways I've learned how to do this are kind of a pain in the butt. And I've discovered the easiest possible way to do it, and it had to do with creating an invention. And this right here is, oh, that's tea I made. Here's a jar of some cold brew coffee I started yesterday about this time, and inside of it you see a little metal basket, and that makes this whole process of making cold brew coffee just super easy. So what I'm going to do is just grab a random jar here. Let me show you how you clean this thing out, because the most pain in the butt part of making cold brew coffee is cleaning out your filters. Other methods require using paper filters or pantyhose or some big plastic hunking thing. See, I just take this stainless steel infuser out of my jar and just set it for a second in another jar. You can see how dark this is. This sat in the refrigerator for about, well, this has been sitting in there for over 12 hours. So 12 hours is kind of the minimum that you want to let it sit. But I find overnight it usually seems fine. I've been wanting to try some. Ooh, that's pretty strong. So I'm going to go ahead and take you with me here. And we'll take this infuser basket, and what I usually do is just kind of tap it out in the garbage. It's that easy. But there's still a little bit left over in there, so you can actually pour it in the compost if you're someone who does composting. But then I just take it over to the sink, kind of rinse it out. Pretty easy to clean up. One nice thing too is like a regular dish brush will fit right in here. You can kind of clean it out that way. But the other thing is these are stainless steel, so you can actually put it right in the dishwasher. That easy. So let's say we want to make a brand new, whoa, I almost lost you guys. Want to make a brand new batch. First thing we're going to need is a new jar. Unluckily, I didn't prepare well. I don't have one ready to go here. So what I'm going to do is reuse the other one. I'll just pour this leftover coffee in another little jar here. That's pretty good. That's the amount of grinds that got through the strainer. Not much at all. There might be a tiny bit in there. Just a tiny, tiny little bit of dust. And this was just a regular ground coffee. Coarse ground is supposed to be the best, but I find that just regular cheap coffee from a bag will work great for cold brew. Cold brew makes it taste super smooth, and supposedly it's better on your stomach too. I read that Sumatran is the best for, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Sumatran is the best for less acidity if you have stomach troubles. I just rinse that out real quick. So to make your cold brew, get your infuser. You can find this on Amazon by typing in Granigan Goods. Granigan Goods. See, that's my little name I came up with. A little company I'm trying to start. A little one-man show here. So yeah, I'll put the link down below there. So okay, so the first step, just pour the coffee. I'm using a 1/3 cup. That seems like pretty good amount for making a overnight cold brew. There you go. And just set the stainless steel infuser right inside of the jar. Pour the coffee in there. That's pretty much it. I recommend using filtered water to get a good quality brew. And you can see here, I kind of try to get the coffee all wet. I kind of turning it around as I fill it up. You can fill that sucker all the way up. Just like that, right to the top. See there? And then just a regular mason jar lid fits right on the top and seals up. You do it tight, it seals perfect. It won't leak. Yeah. Nice, good to go. So I use this infuser also for making teas. I like to make a lot of teas. Here's one I made recently. It's a cinnamon and rose. Mason jars are cheap. They're like less than $1 a piece. I use them to store my herbs in too. Like here's some I have. These is nettle. This is one that came in a spaghetti jar, and actually the infuser fits inside most spaghetti jars as well, which is really cool. But here's one of my favorite Siberian rose. You can order those on different websites like Mountain Rose Herbs or Star West Botanicals. I'm trying to think of another one right now. I'll add a couple links in the notes to this video. So any questions, go ahead and hit me up. You can check out grinagaiнгoods.com, and I'm going to add some more recipes as I go here for teas and for coffees you can make, cold brew coffees. And I hope you have some fun brewing and enjoy the smooth tasting drink at a glass. No more cheap plastic things. Look at this. Some of the crappy things I used before. Look at these little guys. You put your loose leaf tea in, always leak. You know, you find a bunch of tea leaves in your teeth later, right there. You know, the little clasp on it, it doesn't work. And then I tried these. Every time you put it in there, the loose leaf expands and the thing pops open on its own. Now it's like sealed shut. And who wants a plastic in their drink anyway, right? Yeah, they'd always pop open. They don't hold very much. And there was this one, Tivana. Used to try to set it on a cup, but it was all wonky, fell apart. You know? Come on, Tivana. And then they had this thing, got in like a Japanese or Japantown in San Francisco. Pretty cool looking, but look at the space. Doesn't ever close right. So the tea all leaks out. Again, leaves in your teeth. And that's never going to work for cold brew. And then there was like this big container that came with this. It's a big wonky thing, and it's like 3 or 4 pieces, plastic. Didn't work out well. And I finally found this thing, which was pretty cool. It worked pretty well. You put it in a cup, but it's super small. And that's what gave me the idea. Like, why don't they make these bigger so you can put it in a full-size mason jar, and then you can take these with you. A lot of times I carry 2 of these everywhere I go, and sometimes if I don't have time to take the strainer out, I'll just drink one. When it's empty, I'll take the strainer out and put it in the other one. So, pretty cool. Hope you like it. Leave your messages. I'll see you next time.